Hi there. Welcome back. This is the match 3 with our white-black kind of vampires list. This is limited experience. Up there in the corner is my good friend Chris, and I am Adam, your host.
And apologies for disappearing at the end of the previous game. I still have legitimately no idea what happened. I just stopped seeing new video, and then I stopped hearing new audio. And then I gave up.
We ended up winning that match, by the way.
Ah, excellent. I'm glad I could contribute.
We got the Mark of the Vampire on the wanted scoundrels with the cobbled wings on them. So we had
the plan actually worked.
Yeah, so we had a 6/5 lying lifelink, and then they conceded. What do you think about this hand?
I don't like it because it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't either. I just wanted to know what you thought about it.
That's a first.
I'm kind of okay with this.
I'm not overly fond of it, but I can function with it because...
Do we think it's better than an average 5?
Probably.
Probably.
We're on the play or the draw?
We're on play. We're going first.
Okay, cool. Because I can't see that.
Yeah, we won the die roll. I think we want the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat on the bottom.
Yes. Because it doesn't do anything right now.
I think this is like the third time this series that we've scryed a Fathom Fleet Cutthroat and bottomed it.
It's possible.
I know it happened one of the games, match 2. And I think it happened one of the games, match 1 also.
We'll have to have one of our 2 devoted viewers tell us.
Alright. So we almost got there. We're at 2 lands. Or 4 lands, rather. But it's the 5th land that's the mythical number, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see. I did have a game last night in my cube where I drew 6 mountains in a row. Or I kept a 2 mountain hands.
We got there.
We got there. I drew 4 more mountains, and I never drew a blue source.
Ouch.
And 5 color control ran over me. It was really depressing.
So are we gonna play the Shining Aerosaur or the Deacon first?
I think we're gonna play the Aerosaur unless we get a cool vampire dude.
So I don't have anything else to do with our turn, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Raiders Wake. Because I can't think of anything that's a 4-drop that gives haste. So I see no reason to hold up the Slash Talons.
They could play Brazen Buccaneers, or not Brazen Buccaneers, the 4-drop 2/2 Explore haste.
Yeah, but then if they hit the Explorer, then it's a 3/3 anyway.
Exactly. But just showing out that there is an option.
Yeah. But I think Raiders Wake's probably just fine. It'll do a couple incremental damage, and they'll discard a couple cards over the game. That's what I was saying. Anointed Deacon or Shining Aerosaur first?
I still like Aerosaur because it's more consistent, but now that we have 2 Deacons...
I still think Aerosaur might be better because Deacon dies to Bolt.
That's true.
And there are very...
He is in red.
So, Aerosaur?
Yes.
And it blocks better. Because we're not going to want to block with our Anointed Deacon if we can help it. This is why he slams a Monstrosaur. No, that's a weird play. He must have just drawn it.
We have 6 lands in our deck. Weird.
Yeah, so attack with Shining Aerosaur, play Anointed Deacon, hold up Slash of Talons for when this guy attacks back.
Yes.
And then he'll have to discard a card into turn. Because Raiders Wake. Because he let us... I don't even think it needs to deal damage. I think it just needs to attack, which it has.
Yeah, because it's a raid trigger.
And then an Anointed Deacon, leaving 1 white open. Now, Chris, why are we leaving 1 white open?
So that we can bluff Path to Exile? Or Swords to Plowshares. That works too.
Yeah, that is not the correct answer for those watching at home.
Lightning Bolt?
Lightning Bolt is also not actually a correct answer. Skullduggery actually really would have been good with what's about to happen. So I think what we do, provided he attacks as is, I think we block and see if we can get him to use his mana to pump, and then Slash of Talons. Oh, he's not attacking. So now...
We drop another... Oh, no, wait.
We put a Mark of the Vampire on our Shining Aerosaur?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. We still keep a plains up. Keep a plains and a swamp up so we can bluff Skullduggery.
Do we swing with both, do you think?
I think we swing with the Aerosaur because we'd rather probably just have the vampire, even though we're probably not blocking with him.
Yeah, but we can get him to block, use his mana, and then it's probably not worth it, just in case
And then we
things
could
go
slash
south.
our talons, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but in case things go
I think I
south...
might actually agree with you,
Okay.
which is a weird concept, but...
Because he'll probably block and then use mana to try to eat it, and then we can slash the talons it, and then he loses out on... Or he'll use a combat trick, would be also really nice. Nope, just doing that. So we're gonna slash the talons it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pass. If he has anything else going on, we kind of get got. He's gonna take 5 and then discard and take another 2.
And we gain stuff. About 5-ish.
Yeah.
And then he drops a Monstrosaur, or a Burning Sun's Avatar, or a Concede.
The concede looked like the correct answer.
Figured it
So
was 30-30-30.
I think I just like our deck as is. Bright
I-
Reprisal doesn't seem good. Rallying Roar doesn't.
We
can't
don't really know what his deck does, so I don't know that we can sideboard specific things.
Well, it's definitely Pirates because he's blue, black, red. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that makes sense. And Thematic Compass is too slow against Pirates, and that's really kind of the only thing that I think is good enough
I'm with you.
to worry about sideboarding anyway. So I think we're just going to submit like this and go for it.
Down.
I enjoy this hand. It's
Yeah,
missing a white
'cause-
source, but we don't need it until turn 5.
Yeah, and we can
And we have an
square
Explorer in
on
the meantime.
turn 2.
So it looked like they mulliganed to 6, but then capped, and they're scrying right now.
Okay.
They put on top. So what do you think we're hoping for more off the Seeker Squire, the land or the counter?
That's actually a good question. I was wondering that myself.
Now I think we definitely want the land, because we want to be able to play Territorial Hammerskull on 3.
Yeah, because Hammerskull is king in so many ways.
I think... Do we want to draw a Wanted Scoundrels? The 4-3 that...
Yeah, it's very killable in their situation, which is why I don't really like it much.
And I don't either. Yeah, I don't think we want it. Now, we can trade off with the Fathom Fleet Firebrand. Do you think that's good or bad?
I think for us it's good because I'd rather drop hopefully draw a Plains, drop Hammerskull, and then next turn drop Mark of the Vampire on Hammerskull.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to suck is when he Skullduggeries us instead of pumps. Sure Strike.
That sucks
I think
too.
we're still okay with that. Honestly. Alright, we didn't quite get there. So we can draw any land and play Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, which I'm not super fond of doing, or I can draw Plains and play Territorial Hammerskull.
Mm-hmm. Or we could drop any land and Mark of the Vampire his Fathom Fleet Cutthroat.
Over the course of the next 2 turns.
Or not the Cutthroat, their Firebrand, sorry.
No. That is
We
something we
could.
can do. You're
I'm
not
not saying
wrong.
it's practical.
Alright, we did get the Plains. So I think we play Territorial Hammerskull here?
Yep.
Or do we play the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat as a chump blocker?
Because we definitely care about the Hammerskull more for aliveness.
Yeah.
Because it's just better.
And if we continue to draw lands, then we can just slam Shining Aerosaur, put a Mark of the Vampire on it, and win the game.
I think we drop Cutthroat.
Okay.
And then we're not wasting mana.
Mana efficiency is important.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get dim curves.
So we're absolutely, and I think we're okay with losing him to just the ability or a combat trick. Really? Skullduggery?
I'm spelling Skullduggery.
Yeah. Okay, so it is important. The first Skullduggery last game was foil, which means he has 2 in his deck.
Ooh. That is a good point.
Air Elemental's a good card.
You get that next level play. I can make a solid case for just, actually it doesn't matter, actually can't cast it, but contract killing that air elemental when possible.
Oh yeah, if we had drawn a land, that's 100% what I would have done. As it stands, I think we just play the Territorial Helmskull.
Mm-hmm.
And we might have to trade him off to
sadness.
we might have to just trade him off to the Fathomfleet Firebrand, honestly.
Really rather not.
I would very much rather not, but we might need to. And I don't think he's probably just going to attack us with the air elemental. Okay, do we take 6 here, or do we go ahead and block?
I think we take 6 so that next turn we can mark the Vampire or Hammer Skull and gain 6.
Well, next turn we're
4.
contract killing the air elemental if we hit a...
Assuming we draw a land.
We would only gain 4 also.
Well, yeah, that's why I said 4 afterwards.
What is he doing? Is he just using the ability twice? Are we taking 8? Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
Or did he just mistap something? Yeah, it looks like he just mistapped. Which could be good for us. Okay, he had a Rigging Runner. It's the 2-3, or 1-1 raid gets a 1-1
2-2
counter and as first strike. So yeah,
so
I think
contract killing the air
contract
elemental,
killing the air elemental, because
and then treasure into Cobbled Wings.
I don't think the Cobbled Wings is... Okay, if we treasure wings...
I
yes,
mean,
because
do you have
then
any better
next
idea for
turn...
that treasure?
Well, we could just hold on to the treasure, but next turn if we do that... Actually, it might just be worth playing the Shining Aerosaur next turn. Maybe?
They don't really have big scary flyers anymore, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to use the treasure to play Cobbled Wings, though. I feel like that's just bad.
And even if we did want it, we could do it later.
Yeah. And so if he attacks with both, that means he has a combat trick, because attacking with the Rigging Runner is just bad in that case.
Mm-hmm.
But do we block anyway?
We know he has second Skullduggery.
He only has 2 cards in hand, though.
And he's representing a bunch of damage with the Firebrand.
I think we go ahead and block the Rigging Runner. No, we probably block the Firebrand. If we block.
The Firebrand represents a lot more damage.
Yeah. And then if he has a combat trick, we're fine with that, because it means he won't have a combat trick for a Shining Aerosaur. And I think how we're winning this game right now is play the Shining Aerosaur, throw Mark of the Vampire on it, and have a 5/6 flying lifelink.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he does still have 4 mana. So it looks like that was just a chump attack.
Another mana, wow.
So I think we just play Shining Aerosaur pass? Or do we play Anointed Deacon pass?
I think it's Aerosaur here because they don't have flyers right now. And we want to bash face as soon as possible.
No, there's no reason to play Cobbled Wings. Our only creature is flying right now.
Exactly.
I think we just take 2, because there's no way we can regret that decision. Because we have Mark of the Vampire, so we'll take him back for 5. And if he has a combat trick, that's way bad for us. So... Alright, we drew a land. How many mana does that make us have? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play both Anointed Deacon and Mark of the Vampire.
I say Mark on Aerosaur, swing second main Deacon.
I would agree.
Hey, that's my words.
I'm stealing them.
Yeah. Have you ever pondered how weird it would be if both sides of a match were recording for a YouTube channel?
I have not thought about it, but yeah, it'd be kind of weird.
I was just considering that a couple seconds ago and thought, that'd be weird. He's like, oh yeah, I bet they think I have a combat trick, so I'm gonna bluff the heck out of them.
Hey, they conceded. All right, we got there. So
Hey.
we went 2-1 this draft, so we got 2 packs.
Maybe you might be able to eat this week.
Chris, do you have any particular comments to make about our past couple matches?
I am definitely sorry I wasn't there for the end of the last one, but let's see now. I think I've been enjoying vampires, and I'm not just saying that because Limited Resources also said it. I'm saying it because it's true.
I think Vampires on average is the best deck, because I think it has the best commons.
And commons are what makes a deck, not rares.
And it also has the best, a lot of the good cards that can go into any deck are white and black, like Contract Killing and Vanquish the Weak. Although I haven't been super impressed by removal in this format, to be honest. It's felt like it's more expensive 9 times out of 10 than whatever you're killing.
Yeah.
And
this
that's
is an
not,
aggressive format.
and that's not what you want removal to do. You want removal
No.
to trade up generally. Okay, our first match was on Wednesday. This is being recorded on Saturday. Do you remember what... I know we lost. Do you remember what happened, though?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you what happened yesterday.
Alright. Our second match, which we recorded yesterday, went really well. Basically, same thing happened. We played a big guy, we gave it flying, we gave it lifelink, and we won.
Wait a second. Was game 1 the game where we lost because we lost like a minute worth of time?
Yeah,
Because
that did happen. We timed out because Moto kept lagging. I'm not convinced we would have been able to win the first match, but I know it had become where we were like at parity with them, I think, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
Like it could have gone either way, and I think we may have been a little bit favored now that I'm like actually remembering it. But we were not like locked for the win, and then we timed out. But they also just had a better vampire deck than us, because they had like 3 good rares and a bunch of actual vampires, where we just kind of had white-black good stuff with a mild vampire theme.
I mean, that's not too bad. Like, Adonto Vanguard is one of the best dinosaurs in the red-white deck.
Yeah. 3-1 when it's attacking and has first strike.
No.
I thought it was a 1-1, and then it gets plus
You
2
pay
when
4,
it's
give it indestructible until end of turn, not first strike.
indestructible. Okay. A
RPSC.
relevant combat ability that makes it hard to kill. But nonetheless. Do you have anything else to say, Chris?
Aside from the usual, please give us feedback if you have any, or if you're even watching this. And any sort of ideas, any of that fun things. If anybody's interested in watching a stipulation draft and has ideas for a stipulation, tell us. We're all about feedback, even though we don't get any, because we're probably not having anybody watch these.
Hey, don't be negative. We had, like, 40-something views on the first video.
Oh, I thought you were about to say we have about 40 views on all of our videos total.
No, we're a little bit higher than that. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say.
Yep.
So,
Well, this has been Limited Experience. I've been Chris. I'm not anymore, but I have been Chris, and that's been Adam. Please feel free to contact us, comments, email us at limitedexperienceshow@gmail.com. And I think that's all I have.
all right. You guys have a good day.
Cue outro music.